Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. This is a general reading. We're going to take what works and leave what doesn't. We're doing a traditional tarot reading, but with non-traditional cards. We're using the Muse cards. I've already shuffled these, so I'm cutting them in. From the bottom of the deck, overall for the reading, we have 4 voices. So obviously we see someone very relaxing into the universe. 4 voices, this is going to be 4 of Swords. And it's rest, relax, rejuvenate, a vacation possibly, maybe a break from something, and maybe the pace isn't quite so hectic for a while. This is the purpose of this though, and I believe the foundation of all positive activity and doing this is rest. So that's the foundation of everything. Like we're not functional humans without enough rest. We're not able to, the beginning of your day, most of us are asleep during the beginning of the day. That's the foundation of the day, is a good night's sleep. So that's a bit of what this is. And maybe that's for a situation, a good night's sleep from a situation or during a situation. Yeah, so that's overall. So I actually already did a reading for you guys, and I was told not to post it. So I'm redoing the reading, but I was told it was okay to post the relationship reading. And that one actually was very similar to the general reading. So that's over on Vimeo. If you want to go there, that's in the description box. So these are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. All right, let's move on. Past, present, inner landscape, what's the issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Oh, you have taken a break. Something is on a break. In the past, here we have 10 of materials. So this is material success. This is a completion. Maybe you completed a project. Maybe you completed something. There was a sense of community here. And a lot of growth, and having produced that which you set out to produce in abundance. Like this is the biggest rose bush I've ever seen in my life. It has a variety of roses on it. It's the most successful rose bush ever. And so it's a rose giant tree here. And then we have the community. So a lot of this card, 10 of materials, can be both physical material success, it's a completion of a project, completion of a work project, which could be where we've got this here. But there's also a sense of enjoyment and being able to enjoy the fruits of your labors with those that you care about and love. So like maybe you finish a project and you got paid for it. And so you get to enjoy, the fruits of your labors. But there is a sense of other people enjoying it with you. So 10 of materials to me isn't just physical productivity. There's also a sense of sharing it with others, and there's sort of this like kumbaya moment, or maybe we did it moment. So there's been a successful completion of something, and yeah, it's completed and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labors. So in your current situation, we have the Hermit card. So this has like a group vibe, a group project, group activity, or at least enjoyment vibe. This could be a retirement party. This could be a some kind of, well, it could be a retirement party. It could be all those other things I talked about too. So in the current situation though, wow, we can't get much more different here. Like this group productivity and this is like, well, where to now? That's done. That's completed. Finished that up. I'm happy with how it went. We did what we wanted to do and what we set out to do, but what now? What next? So we have you here in both the Hermit and the Strength energy, and both of these have you sort of out in the desert, alone, seeking your own true path. The Hermit also used to be called prudence. So being very careful, especially out in the desert where there's not like a lot of resources everywhere, well, not like there was in this 10 of material situation. So careful steps, careful movement. This Hermit is out on a vision quest. In a way, they want to see what their vision is, right? And the Hermit is looking internally for their next steps. They know that this will not be found outside of them. There is no map, there's no guide. There's no one, perhaps not even anyone to consult, because the true path is one that's going to be organically coming from within you. And it has to be something you want. It has to be your personal vision. So this hermit has gone away from this. So we have this huge group here, this group activity, and the hermit has retreated from that. So you've retreated from this group activity, and you've retreated over here, and now you're wondering, what next for me? What are my next steps? You know one thing, that it has to resonate with you. It has to be your own North Star, your own Polaris. You know that much, but you're looking for sort of the next steps. So it's really interesting that you were part of this group, and now you've moved away, you've separated yourself. This always reminds me of Bjork's song where she like leaves the party, and you can hear the party off in the background very quietly, and she's like, there's got to be more to life than this. That's our Hermit card. And that's basically like you've left the party and you're outside on the back porch smoking, and you're like, what now? What do I want? What do I want? That was great, but what do I want next? And then internally, well, this is a very internal card already. Both of these are very internal cards. Is strength. These are very similar cards. Strength is not giving up, is finding some inner strength, and maybe finding some inner strength for whatever path you find out here in your hermitage, as you've separated from society, are not caring what they think anymore, are not looking to anybody else for guidance. And you're looking for inner strength. And maybe it's for whatever path you find out here. And maybe you're looking for the inner strength to follow your own path. Whatever you found, to even look into, what am I, what is my path, to even look into that often takes a lot of inner strength. So you're looking for that. It's the not giving upness, not giving in, not submitting to external pressures or to what other people want. And just taken together, it's just like you finding the strength to follow your own path away from this group. But you've been very successful with this group. It's not like this was a bad experience. It's just now you're looking for something else. You may be wondering if you have the self-discipline for this, or you have the courage to do this. There may be a sense of needing to tame some sort of inner beast, or, inner desires that aren't going to lead you to your truest path. What's at issue here? The Emperor in reverse. This is a control freak. The Emperor in reverse is possibly one of my least favorite cards. It means not feeling like you have control. And it might not be a control freak. It's just you don't feel like you're in charge maybe of your life, or you have much say in something, or you're feeling powerless. Oh, and this is where this inner strength is coming in. There's a sense here of feeling feeling powerless, not being able to coordinate, not being able to bring things into alignment, not being able to, just powerlessness, basically, especially sitting next to this strength card. It flows really nicely as far as like wanting strength, but feeling like hopeless or powerless. I want to say like the rhythm is not yours. And maybe there's something you don't even recognize, or you don't even jive with this rhythm. It is entirely possible too that this Emperor is representing a control freak. A very controlling presence that leaves you feeling powerless. Like the overall effect of it is that you feel powerless, and zapped of your inner strength, and that's why you're looking for it. But this could be coming from a person, an institution, someone with a lot of power and a lot of say, but who's misusing it. But I think we can also focus on the overall effect, because it could be several different things. The overall effect is that you feel a little powerless. This may be why you've left the party and are in search of some other next step that's true to you, and are hoping for some inner strength, because this has zapped you a little bit. In your environment, you have a person. This person is Knight of Materials. This person has a plan and a fantasy, and they make no movement towards it. Although this one does seem to make some movement towards it, but it is coming under this 10 of Materials, so it might have been someone you worked with in the past. And you had a lot of success with this person. This person may have a message for you. This person is usually a planner, not so much an actioner, not so much a doer, but a planner. So they may be coming towards you with a plan or an idea of something maybe you could do. I wonder if this Knight of Materials is the same as the Emperor. Something you could do. This is someone who has a plan for you to do. They want to delegate, possibly. They have a vision that they're very eager for someone else to do for them. But the Knight of Materials, pretty slow moving typically. This one's a little interesting because it's got to be the only Knight of Materials with its tail up and its feet moving like that. So it might just be rushing towards you with a plan. But here you are trying to find your own next step, and here's someone else with like, I'm going to need you to do this. And maybe you're thinking like, aren't we done yet? I thought we were done with this project. This may be something that you want. Maybe you want a vacation and a break, and you're trying to figure out how to do that, how to get that, because we have a lot of materials here. We have the 10 of Materials, the Knight of Materials, and the 8 of Materials. So we have communication about work, but you're like in a way off daydreaming, I think, about this. This is what you actually want. But your to-do list has you in 8 of Materials. So that is going to be work, 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 work. You have a lot of work to do. Get to work. A lot to juggle. These roses are all yo-yos. Either you might have found a vision of what work you want to do, or some project you want to do, or something you want to work on. This other person may be coming in saying, no, you're going to do this. So you may end up with a lot on your plate. But it's interesting because we have this break here, this 4 of Voices, and maybe you have been on vacation, maybe you have been looking at your own inner star, but someone comes to you with a plan and then you're back to work. Either that or you are very much wanting a break, and this other person won't let you. There's some kind of project that needs to go ahead, possibly. Maybe your own schedule isn't allowing you to take the break that you want. Or maybe you have been on a break, right? This Hermit, definitely not working. At any rate, your to-do list is to work. Get to work. Get focused on your work. There is a lot to do here. There's a lot that needs to be accomplished, and stay focused on that. Possible outcome. Muse of Emotions. This could be you. This could be somebody else. This is a person embodying a lot of maturity, not an ability to hide their emotions. Well, they have the ability to hide their emotions, but because they need to respond, they can respond in the moment, but they can also, this is either you or this is somebody else, a lot of emotional maturity here. A lot of emotional growth. This person knows when to hold them and when to express them as far as emotions are concerned. A lot of emotional and psychological intelligence here. Probably also a lot of social intelligence. This is a master at emotional regulation and dealing with intense emotional things, but dealing with it in the most mature way possible. So there's somebody here either that you're going to meet or that you are in the process of becoming, who's very emotionally mature. And maybe has a lot of emotions and feelings for you. This person has a lot of love to give, and it's the good kind. It's not, I mean, it's not like this person would be like tainted with some sort of, I don't know. I mean, love is love and love is good, but love is there's also more mature love. And also, there's a quote that I don't like, but it has some truth to it. I forget who said it, but it's like, to love improperly damages those that we love. And there is some truth to that, but also like you can only love to the capacity that you have, and you shouldn't like withhold love until you think that you're perfect at it. Well, hey, that's weird, and thinking that you're perfect at loving people, but just like understanding and learning how to love people the best that you can. So there may be someone, you know, coming in maybe to help with this work. Like right here we have a knight, so we have someone just with like communication or plan, but this person has some sort of realized ability to be emotionally mature. Okay, I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to find some synchronicity cards. I like these cards for synchronicities. They also have other messages, but you know what's funny is I didn't like this deck at all when I got it, and I have absolutely fallen in love with it. Okay, you got this is a lot. What happened? How did this happen? Okay. Meandering pathway flow. Okay, we have a wizard in the woods. So if you see a wizard in the woods, it's time to pay a little bit of attention. But meandering pathway and flow. So there could be a path coming up. You might want to take a walk in the woods. Also, this can be like the next thing is just going to lead into the next thing. That's generally how I experience this card. It's a little bit of a puttering energy, and like get to work, but there doesn't necessarily, it's not all going to be like a straight line. There's like, okay, we got to work a little on this, and then a little on that, and then a little on that. But there could be a path in the woods for you too. Pay attention. So if you find yourself in the woods on a path, pay a little extra attention to the synchronicities around you. Ah, yes, my card about synchronicities. Hummingbird spirit. This is a very important card for me personally. And it has to do with, actually you did get this in your last reading as well. The one that I'm not supposed to share with you. So, I received this card. I was heading into a difficult office appointment, and before I left, I drew some cards, and I drew this card. And then as I entered, for some reason, someone was coming at me, and I had to scooch way over. And then there was this big, like, TV screen right there, and it was going through photos, and you know, it was decor. I was like 2 inches from this thing right here. That's what it looked like to me. It was like, oh, message received, same hummingbird. And so it was just really reassuring for me that I was in the right office meeting with the right people. So that was good. So that is actually my card about synchronicities. Also, hummingbirds, did you know they can fly backwards? And they do, I find them very psychic and very, they can talk. That's my personal experience with hummingbirds. So, and then it's this flitting energy and just enjoying the little things in life as well. So elves, so if you see elves or a wizard in the woods, definitely pay attention. Elves, playfulness. So, but we have like some water, some rocks in the water, and then these little elves. A comet, so if that happens, definitely heads up. Blue butterfly. Blue dress as well. Rainbow waterfall. Miracles, rainbows, waterfalls, butterflies. And then crystal cave, trust. So paying attention to the crystals around you. Also just trusting in your future too. Trusting that you're safe. And a cave, well, of course, a cave. A cave would be another thing. So maybe you'll go through the woods and there will be a cave there. All right, so I hope that that was helpful. Oh, let's do a prayer as well. Honorable horse. Freedom, leadership, intuition. Swift beast dashing between the worlds, show me your daring and graceful ways. So I like that we have a horse here as well. And they're going in opposite directions, but never mind that. Freedom, leadership, intuition. So this may be you, this leader. Swift beast dashing between the worlds, show me your daring and graceful ways. So being brave and graceful. And it looks like a merry-go-round horse. All right, Gemini, I hope that that was helpful for you. If you want to go to a much longer reading over on Vimeo, the relationship reading I did before is up over there. I am charging just a small fee for the energy exchange to honor that. So hope you can join me over there, but if not, that's fine. We'll chat probably in another month. Ciao.